So today, we're playing a Berserker, and we may have a Falcon Blade and Shaman Mask run. But honestly, today we are doing some crazy things by drastically reducing our opponent's hitting, taking a bunch of amulets, scaling our damage with some items to do crazy things just like this. They are going to be turbo stacking their buffs here. They got that invulnerability. We're nullifying their buffs like crazy. But actually, yeah, we're beating them down here.
But hey, check this run out and let me know what you think of this build.
Okay, let's go and jump some rank games with the Berserker and see just what I can do today. Okay, we'll be taking this lump called Craft Up a Torture, and I do want to take this whetstone. Now, I do want to roll here. They find a wooden sword, we didn't find one here. Do we take a broom? I'm going to continue gambling looking for it here. It is a spear, it's kind of nice to take here. It's also a shiny shell here. I'm going to take the shiny shell and roll once more. We actually got that wooden sword, we can get a hero longsword, we can craft up a torch, but I think for right now, we're going to take this and craft up this shiny shell into a shell totem. Now, I do want to take an extra whetstone, and I do want to take a torch here. But for right now, we're just going to craft up our shell totem here. We're going to be continuing on, and now this is a pretty bad round one because we wasted a lot of gold looking for a wooden sword here, unfortunately. It is what it is, but we do want to find a lot more wooden swords here, but it's understandable losing this first round here. We got our shell totems. The thing for this round, we are just going to be taking this. And I'm going to roll once. And I'm going to go ahead and move on. Now, we do want to find some wooden swords here, but I think we just need to take our weapons here and move on. Now, can we win this second round? Going to begin this Pyromancer. They do have a torch here, so it's getting damage. Our broom is down a lot more damage than the torch is doing, but they do have a lot of food items here. So, potentially. Well, not too bad here. The shell totem keeps us alive as we deal our damage here. So for this round, I'm going to be taking a big old banana and I'm going to be rolling here. I'm going to saw the wooden broom to take this wooden sword, and I do want to take this leather bag. And I'm going to move our items out just a little bit here. So we can have a big old banana in, and I'm actually going to take another shiny shell. Now, we'll reserve this armor set for right now, and it will be continuing on. And we'll see just what we can do for right now. Now, turn up here is going to be quite scary because this is just scaling spikes. We will have to burst them down super fast here, but they do have the shell totem to keep themselves alive here. So unfortunately, this spikes here are going to be way too much for us. Yeah, unfortunately.
Just pausing the video here very quickly, just to ask you to subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video.
Which is not super fantastic first, but it is what it is. I'm going to be taking this lump of coal as we get this leather armor for right now. And actually, before we move on, we're going to have it set up to be a little bit better like this. Craft up our dragon scale armor. Now, if we didn't craft it up, we would be getting our empower here pretty easily from our shell totem here. Which is not too bad. But I much prefer dragon scale armor here. It's a much better armor set than just a normal leather armor. And yeah, smashing here. Super fantastic. Now I will be taking these gloves because I do want to go for a Falcon Blade here. And actually, do we take the unidentified amulet? Are we going to gamble here? I'm going to gamble here. I'm going to take it and see what it is. The amulet of energy. Which is kind of interesting, but it's not exactly the one I would love to take here. We're going to have it set up to be like this. Now I will reserve this leather bag. And for right now, we're going to be continuing on. Now our DPS here is extremely low with just the hero sword here. Especially going to begin another turn up here, we have a high chance of losing. Now our opponent does have a lot of weapons, but their stamina is going to be non-existent, so... But they will be stacking up too much spikes here, which means our hero sword dealing that 2 DPS here. It's actually dealing 10 damage back to us, so unfortunately, yeah. Going to be straight loss here. Okay, we can actually get our Falcon Blade here. I'm actually going to go Falcon Blade here, which means I'm going to be taking this leather bag. And I do want our setup to be like this. And I will continue to roll once here. Now we could take the Amulet of Energy here to go for a Falcon Blade into the Hunger Blade. But also the Amulet of Energy is pretty good with the Hunger Blade, but I'm going to roll on for right now. Now we have a high chance of losing here again, so we're going to go down to 1 life here potentially. But we'll see. Our opponent just has that hammer here. Once we get our Falcon Blade, we should be a lot stronger. Now, I'm leaning towards going Shaman Mask because the Amulet of Energy with the Shaman Mask should be pretty decent here. But we'll see. Can we beat down this other Berserker? Both our DPS is not great here. We're both into battle rage at the same time. But we do have a lot more thriability with a shell totem. So yeah, we could just outlast our opponent here. Extremely awesome, keeping our lives going. We got ourselves that Falcon Blade, which is crazy, crazy good. Okay, I actually don't want to take the Hunger Blade here. I don't want to take the Hunger Blade, I do want to take some cheese here. And I do want this flute. We could sell our banana first, but I'm going to roll once here. We can also just sell our Falcon Blade and go for a practically large grit sword here. But I don't exactly want to do that. Now, I do want the box riches, I do want the flutes, I do want the stamina sack. So we are going to be continuing on like this for right now. And we'll see. Now, we should be able to stack up some max HP with the cheese here, especially beside our Falcon Blade here. So it should be pretty decent here, but we don't exactly have scaling damage. So unfortunately, it's not going to be too great for us. Our scaling damage is our totems here, but it is extremely, extremely low. But honestly, outpacing this Reaper. For sure. The scaling max HP definitely won't win us that fight. That cheese is crazy, crazy good. So with that, I'm definitely going to go Shaman Mask here. For sure. We got the Elephant Rune, which will actually take it because that's going to give us some luck for our Shaman Mask here. And with that, I'm going to be taking the Stamina Sack, 100% here. Place it to this side. Still our little Forging Hammer. And have this in here. So that's going to be triggering faster. So honestly, this is going to be set up for right now. Now we have our Elephant Rune in this position for right now. Chance to stun our opponents. It's not the exact rune I wanted to get. I wanted to get the Badger Rune here to make it go turbo fast, but it is what it is. Or even the Hawk Rune for that damage. Now I'm going to continue on like this for right now. We should be able to get a lot of luck. Amulet of Energy is facing our Shaman Mask. So we should be able to make this go turbo. And refund some of the luck here we get. Now we are really, really dependent on our flutes. Gaining some luck here. So if we don't get our luck, we don't scale our buffs. We get some of our luck back from our Amulet of Energy. And overall, actually, it's going to be close. But just not enough here. Now we do want to get some eye lamps here. If we get some eye lamps here. Okay, Badger Rune is 100% what we're going to be taking. Box Riches 2, I'm going to sell the Shiny Shell and go into roll. Eye lamp is amazing here. Now I'm genuinely thinking about selling some things here in order to get it because we could end up losing here again. But for right now, we'll settle for a spike collar. And do we want Wolvertinger here would help with our base. It would help with our buffs situation here. But we're going to prioritize the eye lamp here. We're going to move on. Now, can we continue on? We start off with 3 luck here, which is kind of nice. Our Falcon Blade is going to go turbo fast. But is it going to be enough here? We're in that Bat Ridge. We're scaling up. And yeah, smashing here. Okay, another Badger Rune is exactly not what I want here. So for right now, I'm going to be taking a Stamina Sack and we're going to be adding in our Torch. Which does mean we can craft up a Burning Coal here if we want. Now, do we exactly want this Shell Totem here? I don't think we want it anymore. Then we could sell you and take another Elephant Rune, and I think I might actually. We'll add it in here now to resist some debuffs for the first 4 seconds. And maybe we actually want that 40 max HP. 40 max HP, yeah. Now it would give us more luck by having it in our armor, but it should be crazy, crazy good right now. Especially with the eye lamp here, scaling up that damage. On our Falcon Blade here, it's going to be twice the damage with our Falcon Blade. We'll see, our stamina is going up crazy, crazy fast with the Badger Rune here. But actually, working out kind of nice here. We get ourselves that Burning Coal. Let's add this in here. Now, are we taking Wolvertinger here? I think it will for right now. I'm going to move Wolvertinger into this position so it's faster. With our Falcon Blade, I'm going to roll once. And I do want this leather armor, but I actually kind of want this dragon too. We can also take the dagger. A lot of items I do want here. So I'm going to leave off the armor. I'm going to be taking the dragon. And I will potentially take this dagger too. Because with the Elephant Runes here, with the Falcon Blade, we can trigger quite often. But we'll see. Can we beat down this Pyromancer with a bunch of dragons here? They have their own eye lamp here, but it's not targeting their weapons. We got kind of lucky facing this opponent. We're scaling up our damage here, and it's going super fast. But is it going to be enough here? Yeah! Smashing here. So I didn't want the dragon, but Can't exactly fit it in. You on sale is kind of crazy. Let's sell a banana. Now, it would be awesome if you could put this beside the falcon blade and have it hatch around here, but it doesn't exactly work like that. Now, amethyst, exactly the gems I want, because there's a lot of healing in the game right now. I do want to be reducing our opponent's healing like crazy, especially going up against Excalibur here. With the cauldron, they're going to have crazy amounts of healing here. And one little amethyst is not going to be enough here. However, our damage is still scaling, so it's not looking too bad here. And actually, it's working out surprisingly well here. Okay, we got ourselves another amethyst. We also got this. We're going to be checking what this is going to be. The amulet of life tier. I'm super happy to take this actually. I do also want this flawed amethyst. So I'm going to take this out for right now. I'm going to take the dagger and I'm going to roll once, looking for a leather bag potentially. I would like this Capper's Lens. So I'm going to reserve it as we roll here. Another Elephant Rune, another unidentified amulet. I will actually be taking all this. Right now though, I'm going to be selling all this. Just so we can slot our dagger in. Now our dagger's not going to be too great or anything like that. We'll win another Elephant Rune in. We could potentially have it going turbo nuts if we get more and more daggers. Now we probably should actually slot this in our armor or in our dagger, but 40 more max HP is kind of crazy. Now Nocturnal Locklifter here is kind of scary because they're going to have crazy amounts of healing. They put us in the battle rage already. They have so much damage here. And unfortunately, yeah, we're just going to end up losing here. But now we got our dragon, which is going to be turbo amazing. We're going to add in our Elephant Rune for right now. We're going to be taking our helmet. And I do really want to take this Corrupted Crystal. Is there any way we can take it right now? I'm actually genuinely thinking about selling a dagger in order to take it here. Either that we sell... Actually, I'm going to sell these right now. Because getting this cap discomfort is reducing our opponent's healing by quite a bit. And with that, we're going to go ahead and move on. We're going to risk it. Can we beat this Fire Whip Cryomancer? The Crab Nut Ice Armor. They have a lot of healing with that Sun Armor. They do have 2 pineapples here, so they're going to go turbo fast with all that heat stack in here. But can we outpace them here? We're in that Battle Rage. Our damage is still scaling. It's going to be close. But honestly, yeah, looking amazing here. DPS wise, not crazy, but we have so much buffs here. Especially with Amulet of Energy here. It just makes the Shaman Mask go way more consistent here. Okay, so we got our Caps Discomfort here, which does reduce our opponent's healing. It also nullifies some buffs. We're also going to be adding this in here, so that is 30% reduced healing, 30% to 60%, 80% reduced healing. It's crazy amazing. Now we'll take this. It is the Amulets of Wales here, which is kind of nice. We can slot it in here. Now, do we want to trigger a Wolfbringer or do we want to trigger a Dragon here? I kind of want to trigger a Dragon since we have the Elephant Rune here. Now, I do want to take another cap, but I want to roll here. Now, we could take the Hawk Rune. Any chance of actually getting some crit damage here. But we'll roll once more. And I might actually take a Stone Helmet here too. Now, it might be actually better to have our helmet in instead of our dagger here, to be honest. And I think I might. I'm going to take out our Box of Riches so we can add in our little spike color. And I think we just move on for right now. And we'll see. Now, this opponent is kind of scary here with all this armor, all this poison stacked up on us. So this could be quite rough because they're going to have a lot of damage once we reach 18 poison here. And yeah, we're going to start taking a lot of damage. But we'll see. It's going to be close. But yes, smashing here. We managed to survive with 1 life left here. We should take our points and run. But let's go ahead and continue on. And we'll see just what we can do. We got ourselves another dagger. I will take it though. And I'm going to be taking the Hawk Rune and I'm going to roll here. Now, fencing rapier with this setup would actually be amazing too, but I'm going to roll looking for some space here and we didn't actually find any. Which is not great. So I'm going to sell our Box of Riches to roll again. Another Amulets I actually do really want here. Now I do really want this Potion Bolts for right now because I do want to craft this up extremely fast here. Now I don't exactly want to craft up these gemstones here. Because honestly, even crafting up the last ones here, we actually have a reduced amount of healing on our opponent here. That's 40% between the two. That's 70%. So I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to sell our Spike Collar here. which I don't typically want to do, but I'm going to be adding in our daggers for right now, so we have a higher chance to inflict that stun between 3 weapons here, and also have that crit damage. Let's go ahead and move on and see, is this going to be enough here? Now we are going to begin double axe, cheese goobers, king's crown, bunch of eye lamps on that double axe. That's going to be crazy scaling damage. They're going to have 100% accuracy at all times. We are dealing our damage here significantly, and it's only getting better here. Badger rune with eye lamps here. Actually, yeah, it's still just going good here. Just straight up reducing our opponent's healing here is crazy good. Even though they had increased healing here, with the Prismatic Orb here, the Burning Banner, King's Crown, they had a lot of healing. It's just crazy good right now. And it's been winning this couple of fights here. Now, Stone Helmet is going to be amazing. Let's go and take this Amulet of Life. Hell yeah, I'll be taking that for sure. And we could make the transition to Thornbloom here for the final fights. Do we even want that here? I'm going to be taking another Spike Collar that we sold previously. And we could start taking a Bloody Dagger here. We won't be able to afford it unless we sell some things here. It would be fantastic actually with the Amulet of Life here. So it's probably worth it, but I'm going to continue rolling here. Cheese for scaling max HP again. It's straight up crazy amazing too. Now, can we afford to take any of these items here? We could take another Flutes here actually. We could sell our Spike Collar. I don't think so. I think we continue rolling. We will take another Elfin Rune though, for sure. More max HP is straight up crazy good. Or we could try have our daggers go turbo nuts with this setup and have this in to inflict blinds in here, or we could have it in our helmets to resist some blind here. But I think we trigger our own blind here. Now we'll roll once more. Now should we take another amulets here? So far we've gotten crazy good amulets. Increasing our healing here, crazy good, reducing our opponent's healing. I wish I had another Cap of Discomfort here instead of the Stone Helmet here, to be honest. But this will prevent us from being turbo lead instantly. But we'll see. Now for the first 5 seconds of the fights here, we should be pretty good, but we'll see gonna begin this flame up. They are gonna be turbo stacking their buffs here. They got that invulnerability. We're nullifying their buffs like crazy. But actually, yeah, we're beating them down here. Surprisingly. Amazing here actually. This build is just super consistent so far. And honestly, just the combination of actually all the reduced healing here. Because we're not even doing crazy amounts of damage here either. To be honest, our Falcon Blade has a 16 point DPS in this entire fights. But our own healing is pretty good here with Vampirism from our buffs generation. It's not terribly great or anything like that, but we're not even generating up much block. Our DPS. So overall, to me, this build shouldn't be as good as it is performing, but it is crazy good. We've got one more round to go. Can we actually win here? I would love to craft up another Cap Discomfort. We could just take this for more max HP. Also, the stuns from our Elephant's runes is actually kind of nice too. But I'm going to continue rolling here. See what else we can get. I will take a fanny pack though. Increase the speed of our eye lamp for right now. Add this back in here. Make sure it's targeting our dragon. And I will actually take another eye lamp here. For sure. That's basically going to double our scaling damage on our Falcon Blade here. Now, I would have loved to got more eye lamps here. It would have been super great, but it is what it is. Let's roll once more here. Okay, so we managed to move our setup around, so our Falcon Blade is getting as much triggers as we possibly can here. Now, it does mean our Flute is moved out from our Falcon Blade here, so maybe that might be a bit of a misplay. We kind of want this in here, but honestly, getting a second eye lamp here is basically doubling our damage output. Especially with the Badge Rune, it's going to attack faster and faster, so the scaling is actually crazy good. Now, we could opt to have this in a duffel bag, so during battle rage it actually triggers faster, but I'd honestly rather just have a Shaman Mask. Turbo scaling our buffs. Now, honestly, it might be actually better to do something like this, but I still want the increased speed from our Falcon Blade in our cheese here. We still have our Amulet of Energy chasing our Shaman Mask here to get that consistent scaling here. We have our Amulet of Wilds here. What I say about consistent scaling here actually. So every third cast, this basically gives back some luck here, which is fantastic actually. The Amulet of Energy is crazy good with the Shaman Mask here. And overall, we have one goal left. There's nothing else we can do. Let's go and see. Will this actually win? Now, double fancy fencing rapier with an eye lamp. With a bunch of armor dogs, we have a lot of armor to get through. Now, this is a big direct counter because they don't have a lot of healing. So all healing down is not going to matter here. We'll see. Can we bring it back? They are scaling up so much armor here. And honestly, the armor of wall doggos here, or the wall of armor doggos, is just crazy strong. Unfortunately, but we did manage to do a lot of damage towards the end here. DPS wise, 59 DPS compared to their 69 DPS, 37 DPS. So overall, lost at the very end here, and we actually managed to deal quite a bit of damage here towards the end. Over 1200 damage, but it's not all from the Falcon Blade here. It's from the spikes, the Ruby Alp, and all the daggers here. So unfortunately, we managed to face a build here that was a direct counter to us. Now we'll see just how much block they actually managed to get. They got over 1000 block with all those doggos here. It's kind of crazy that they had 6 of those armor dogs. With the vampirism, with those 2 amulets here, we actually healed up quite a bit as well. But overall, this build was super amazing here. Especially with reducing our opponent's healing here, we actually managed to come across someone who countered it completely. But the eye lamps here to be scaling damage on our Falcon Blade, the amulet of energy, with the Shaman mask is just crazy good consistency scaling. Dragon for even more DPS here, 15.3 DPS is kind of nice. And then also the daggers for those elfin runes, just a little bit of extra DPS. It's not turbo DPS, but it does help with our DPS here, especially with Amulet of Wells here, because we're stacking up a bunch of spikes. Just even more DPS, and then 2 amulets of life here. So our vampirism with the Falcon Blade is straight up crazy good. So overall, even though we lost at the very end here, to be honest, we still managed to make it here with 1 life left here. And overall, super interesting build, ranking us up to 26 here. Extremely awesome. But anyways, gonna leave it here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope to keep a lookout for the next one. See you next time.